that has historically been underserved. And so I just want to take a moment to talk about two of the projects. One is the investment in the King Park COGS neighborhood, and the second is the investment in the Hillview facility. And so first we must recognize, one, that housing is one of the main social determinants of health. And so the county's commitment to redeveloping the COGS building and this investment into the King Park neighborhood, with the community center being one of the anchor institutions, this is a part of a larger vision that we have for Milwaukee County. And so when we think about the state neighborhood funding, this will go towards a home ownership strategy in the surrounding neighborhood and will help to create at least 100 new homes to increase Black, Indigenous, and people of color home ownership. And so with the Hillview grant, it will provide much needed funding to acquire and to rehab the Hillview facility that currently houses the county's Pathways to Permanent Housing program, as well as the Fragments Food Pantry. And when you think about the Pathways to Permanent Housing program, this is one of the most important pieces that we have to the county's homelessness strategy, focusing on our Housing First program. And these funds will provide substantial upgrades to the building and ensure that we are doing the most that we can to meet the needs of all of our residents and meet them with dignity and respect. And so on behalf of Milwaukee County, Governor Evers, we just want to say thank you for your commitment to Milwaukee neighborhoods, because these dollars are going to go a long way. And so with that, I would like to hand it over to the mayor of Milwaukee, Cavalier Johnson. Thank you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be with the governor of the state of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. It's always a pleasure to be with the county executive as well. Governor, welcome back to Milwaukee. Welcome to City Hall, our beautiful City Hall here in the city of Milwaukee. I've spoken frequently about partnerships and how partnerships are the path forward, partnerships to address Milwaukee's biggest challenges. In Milwaukee, one of our premier partners is the governor of the state of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. You can see that in the support that he's offering, not just the city, but also the state, but also the county today. The millions of dollars in Neighborhood Investment Fund grants will make a difference in housing, early childhood education, as well as in public safety. The state's American Rescue Plan funds are being deployed thoughtfully. And here in Milwaukee, I know, and in communities around the state, I'm certain that residents appreciate that. So there's another side to the partnership equation. The partners that use these funds, groups like Safe and Sound, like the United Community Center, housing organizations like HACM, and the Milwaukee Public Library, they're all doing good work and making a difference in neighborhoods across the entire city of Milwaukee, across our entire community. So I really, on behalf of the residents of the city of Milwaukee, want to thank, again, I said it before, I'll say it again, one of our premier partners in investing in Milwaukee and partnerships generally, the governor of the state of Wisconsin, Governor Tony Evers. So, Governor, thank you very much.
And again, before we present the checks, they're big checks, to the mayor and the county executive, I just have to say that this pandemic has been really difficult on lots of people. There's no question about it, and we're in a better place than we have been before. But what we do know that this pandemic has done is once again exposed in a very distinct way how difficult it is for some people to have, we have disproportionate outcomes, and that's just unacceptable. And these grants that we've provided, both the county and the city, are a direct result of people having those disproportionate outcomes. We need to change that. Housing and early childhood and a lot of the other projects that you've heard about today are all part of that effort. So very glad to do this, and now we will present the first big check to the county executive, correct? Do we have these in order? Nope, City of Milwaukee. Now, there we go, county executive.
And come join us.
Yes.
It's not just mine.
The good news, county executive, from what I understand from giving these out to other people, that you can just go down to your local bank and go to the drive-through and just kind of push this through. Yeah. So Thanks for all your good work and congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mr. Mayor, here you are. And again, I'm very confident that this will help making sure that people don't have disproportionate outcomes in the city. And thanks for your good work.
Thank you, Governor.
All right. Again, we'll be glad to answer any questions the media may have.
Governor, the state Senate yesterday passed a bill that would allow cities like Milwaukee to start processing absentee ballots the day before Election Day. The Speaker indicated today that he would throw that language into another election bill in the Assembly. Curious under what conditions it would need to be in place for you to sign that.
Depends what bill they throw it into. So I don't know. Again, it's hard to discern what the legislature is going to do next, but I do think it would be fair for election officers to have that opportunity. But if it's paired with something that is going to prevent people from participating in a democracy in the way that all people should be able to do that, and the most important part of participating in democracy is voting. If it's going to make it more difficult to vote, just without looking at the bill, it's going to be very difficult to sign.
The Speaker also indicated, Governor, the new youth facility in Lincoln Hills will not come before a vote in the Assembly, likely before the end of session. The Senate passed it yesterday. What are your thoughts on that? The Speaker seemed to indicate he didn't have a concrete plan from the Governor's office.
That money should have been released years ago. I've been involved with this project from the very beginning. I was state superintendent when we were working on the original bill. I have visited Lincoln Hills several times. They've made great progress, but they will make greater progress when that facility is located here in the Milwaukee area. So for him to blame it on me is absolutely ridiculous. We're ready, willing, and able to do this. We need money not only to build a building, but to plan the building, and we can make that happen. Mr. Speaker, let that money go, please.
Where would the building be? On site?
No decisions on that yet. We'll find one. I mean, everybody wants it here. Everybody wants it here. We'll look at multiple sites and whatever we can do to, any site we choose, there may be people that are against it, but at some time there's kind of a hierarchy of needs, and the most important hierarchy is the kids up in Lincoln Hills. And so, if we can accommodate everything in the situation like this, we will. But we need to have those resources and that promise from the legislature, and we should have it.
Do you think we can get that promise before November, or is there a political angle here they don't want to give you?
I can't believe that there would be a political angle on this. I'm being facetious. Of course there is. Don't give Evers a win. Bottom line, when you mess around with kids' lives for that purpose, that'd be wrong. Anything else? Going once, going twice. Thank you, County Executive. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you all of you that are with us today. These are really important projects. They connect the dots and they help people have good outcomes, health and otherwise. So thank you for doing this.